Aberrations, Class 2. In the Class 1, we have learned about the aberrations, types of aberrations. Under aberrations, we have discussed about the first type of monochromatic aberrations, that is spherical aberration and minimization of spherical aberration. Today in Class 2, we are going to discuss about the other types of monochromatic aberrations, that is coma, astigmatism, curvature of the field, distortion. Coma: when the point object is situated slightly off the axis, the image formed by the lens is found to have an egg-like or comet-like shape, and this defect is called coma. When a point object is placed slightly off the axis, then the image formed by the lens look like a comet, and this defect is called coma. The light rays from a point object placed off the axis is allowed to incident on the lens. Then these light rays will be focused to different points on the screen, and the final image looks like a comet. In this diagram, we can see the point object should be formed here, and this is the tail of the image. It looks like tail of a comet, hence the name coma. This image clearly shows you the actual image that we observe on the screen. It consists of a point here, and we can see various circles, and the size of the circle gradually increases, and the total image looks like a comma with a bright head and tail. The aperture of the lens may be divided up into a large number of circular zones. Different zones of the lens produce different lateral magnifications. Hence, the image formed by each zone looks like a circle, but the size of the circle gradually increases. The light rays incident on two diametrically opposite points of a circular zone will come to a focus on the screen. Suppose the aperture of the lens is divided up into a number of circular zones. This is a circular zone, and it is the diameter of the zone. The light rays incident on the opposite points of a circular zone will be focused to a point on the screen. Similarly, another set of light rays will be focused to a different point, but the locus of the point images formed due to various sets of the incident lights on a single zone will be like a circle, and we call that circle as a chromatic circle. That means each zone forms a circular image on the screen. That circle is called as chromatic circle. The radius of the chromatic circle increases with the increase of zone radius. The paraxial zones, that means the zones having smaller radii, form small size chromatic circles, and the marginal zones forms chromatic circles with greater radii. So, as each zone forms a single chromatic circle, the entire image looks like a comet. The radius of the chromatic circle increases with the zone radius. The resultant image due to all zones consists of several chromatic circles with increasing radius, and it looks like a comet. Let us consider a set of light rays incident on a circular zone, and they will be focused to a single chromatic circle on the screen. As the radius of the circular zone increases, the size of the chromatic circle increases, and the entire image looks like a comet. Elimination of coma. Coma can be reduced by the use of proper stop placed at a suitable distance from the lens. By making use of stops, either the paraxial rays or marginal rays will be cut off, and we can get a point image. By designing lenses of suitable shapes and materials, coma can be eliminated. This is the second method. By properly selecting the shapes and materials for the lenses, we can eliminate comma. There is another important condition that eliminates comma. It was mathematically derived by Abbe and it is popularly known as Abbe's sign condition. Mu1 y1 sin theta 1 equal to mu2 y2 sin theta 2. This is called Abbe's sign condition, and if a lens system is designed to follow this condition, then the lens system effectively eliminates comma. Here mu1, mu2 are the refractive indices of the media present on either side of the lens system. Y1 is the height of the object, Y2 is the height of the image. Theta 1, theta 2 are the angles made by the incident and refracted rays. Astigmatism. This is another type of monochromatic aberration. When the point object is situated far off the axis, the image formed by the lens consists of two mutually perpendicular lines separated by a distance. When the point object is placed far off the axis, the final image looks like an oval like this. If the point object is placed off the axis, then the image looks like a comet. If the point object is placed slightly off the axis, we will get a comet like image, and this defect is called comma. But if the point object is placed far off the axis, then we will get a oval like image, and this defect is called astigmatism. Astigmatism can be explained by considering two important planes. One is meridional plane and the second one is sagittal plane. Meridional plane is the plane which contains the principal axis and object point. The plane containing object point and principal axis is called meridional plane. M1, M2 is the meridional plane and it contains object point O and principal axis. Now coming to the second plane, that is sagittal plane, S1, S2. The plane perpendicular to meridional plane and passing through principal axis is called sagittal plane. S1, S2 is a plane that is perpendicular to M1, M2 and passing through the principal axis. Suppose the point object is placed far off the axis. Here the point O is placed far off the axis, and monochromatic light from O is allowed to incident on the lens. In the incident rays, let us consider the light rays incident on the meridional plane will come to a horizontal focus at M, and this point M is close to the lens. The light rays incident on the sagittal plane after refraction comes to a vertical focus at S. This point S is somewhat farther than M. That means if we place a screen at M, the image will be horizontally stretched, and if we place a screen at S, the image will be vertically stretched. If we move the screen between M and S, then the image looks like a point size image at C. This point is called circle of least confusion, and it is the nearest approach to find the point size image. The meridional and sagittal planes are geometrically shown here. This vertical plane is the meridional plane and this horizontal plane is the sagittal plane. The light rays incident on the meridional plane after refraction come to focus at the horizontal line at BM, and the light rays incident on the sagittal plane after refraction come to vertical focus at BS. This image shows the nature of images observed on the screen when the point object is placed far off the axis. O is the point object and monochromatic light from O is incident on the lens. Then we will get a horizontally stretched image at M. Here the image is stretched along horizontal line, and at S the image is vertically stretched, but at C the image almost looks like a point. This is called circle of least confusion. The axial distance between M and S is a measure of the astigmatism, and this distance is called as astigmatic difference. Removal of astigmatism by using stops and by cutting off the light rays making larger angles to incident on the lens, then astigmatism can be minimized. And in the second method, by using a convex and a suitable concave lens separated suitably, then the combination eliminates astigmatism. For a system of several lenses, the position of the lenses are suitably adjusted so that the system eliminates astigmatism. If the system contains more number of lenses, then their distances should be properly adjusted to reduce the astigmatism. These are the various methods to eliminate or reduce astigmatism. Curvature. This is another type of monochromatic aberration that we will observe in our daily life. When the object is extended on a plane, the image formed by the lens is curved. Till now we have discussed about point objects and formation of image by lenses. But in our daily life, generally we use lenses to produce images of several planes. If we want to take the photograph of a scenery placed on a wall, that means it is a plane. So here in some cases the objects may be expanded or distributed on a plane instead of placing at a point. In such case the image should also be expected as a plane, but the lens forms a curved image of a plane object. This defect is called curvature of the field. When parallel beam of light is incident on the lens, they are converged to a point. The various sets of incident parallel beams are focused to various points, and the locus of these points is like a curve but instead of a plane. This defect is called curvature. In this case, suppose if we form the image of a mesh, then it looks like this one. It is somewhat clear at the center, but it seems to be blurry at the edges. This is because the image is observed on a plane screen. So to eliminate this, we use curved screens. In the cinema halls, we generally observe the screen is somewhat curved. Curvature is due to the fact that the different points of the object are at different distances from the lens. Removal of curvature. Curvature may be removed by following the conditions. In case of single lens, an aperture is placed at a suitable position in front of the lens. This is one method. In case of a single lens, an aperture is placed at a suitable position in front of the lens. If we place an aperture in front of a lens, then curvature may be removed. And for combination of lenses, the condition of absence is sigma 1 by mu f is equal to 0. Here mu is the refractive index of the material of the lens and f is the focal length of the lens. So in case of two lenses, this mathematical formula can be simplified as mu1 f1 plus mu2 f2 is equal to 0. This is the required condition to eliminate curvature for a system consisting of two lenses. Distortion. The deviation from rectilinear projection is called as distortion. The defect arises when same lens produces different magnifications for different axial distances. In these diagrams, you can observe that the distance of the object is varied and the position of the aperture stop is also varied. In these three cases, we will get different types of images. The defect arises when same lens produces different magnifications for different axial distances. The various points of the object will be at different distances, and if the magnification produced by the lens varies with distance, then that lens produces the defect, namely distortion. Types of distortion. There are two types of distortions. One is barrel shaped distortion and the second one is pin cushion distortion. I already told you that if the axial distance changes, then magnification also changes. In such case only distortion is observed. Barrel shaped distortion arises when the magnification decreases with the increase of axial distance. Let us observe this case. Suppose this is the aperture lens used, and the distance of the various points on this plane square will be at different distances. This is the axis point, and suppose these 4 points will be at minimum distance and these 4 corner points will be at a longer distance. If the magnification decreases with the increase of axial distance, the four corner points will be at greater distances and magnification will be reduced for those points. Hence the points are compressed. That means they move toward the center of the image and the image is somewhat compressed at the corners. Hence it looks like a barrel shaped image. The second one, pincushion distortion. Pincushion distortion arises when the magnification increases with the increase of axial distance. Again consider this plane object, plane square. The various points on this square are at various distances from the center of the lens. The corner points are at longer distances. As the distance increases, the magnification also increases in some cases. In such cases, the point will be stretched. That means the corners are moved apart from the center, whereas the central points will lie at the same distance. In such case, we will observe pincushion type distortion. This is pincushion image and this is barrel shaped image produced for a square net. This is a square wire gauge and we will get these two types of images. This is pincushion distortion and this is barrel shaped distortion. Removal of distortion. The distortion may be removed by using two similar meniscus convex lenses with their curvatures facing each other and placing an aperture stop in between. Suppose these are two convex lenses or similar meniscus convex lenses. Their curvatures face each other and there is a stop in between. Such combination is called as an orthoscopic doublet and it effectively removes distortion. So, any questions? Please send your valuable suggestions to psrvadali@gmail.com or contact 9490885590. Thank you.